Can di mute, Ustaz. Itu di mute.
Iya, nggak apa. Oke, Bismillah. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Good afternoon, Mr. Michael, all English teachers, also Solih and Solihah kids. It's my pleasure to be a master of ceremony here. I am Taufik, and on behalf of Dzar English Club Division, I would like to extend a very warm welcome to all of you. Let's speak English with confidence. It's the theme of today, and Mr. Michael Jordan is the keynote speaker. Solih and Solihah kids, it will speak English and interact with Mr. Michael. Just speak up and don't be shy, okay? Okay? Okay. Yeah, barakallahu. We hope you'll be more encouraged to speak English and get beneficial knowledge from Mr. Michael. I would like to invite our today's moderator, Miss Farida. Assalamualaikum, Miss.
Waalaikumsalam.
Okay, thank you. Without waiting any further, let's start this webinar with Basmalah. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Okay, Miss Farida, time is yours.
Thank you very much, Ustaz Taufik, for the time given to me to hold the next event. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Hi kids, how are you today?
I'm good.
I'm fine, thank you. Glad to meet you all here. Alhamdulillah, we can meet here again in this occasion. In good health and in all goodness, inshallah, amin. MashaAllah, you all seem very excited. Oh, guys.
Recording in progress.
You will be surprised to know and to see a person who will invite you to learn today. Okay, before we begin the main event, let me introduce the distinguished guest speaker, that is Mr. Michael Jordan. Okay. Talking about the name, have you ever heard the name Michael Jordan?
I heard it.
Basketball player.
I already heard it.
Already?
Yes.
But before we begin, I will read his profile. His name is Mr. Michael Jordan. He has surname Tom, and he was born in Willemstad, Curaçao, on August 12, 1981. He's married and his nationality is Dutch. Do you know Dutch? He comes from Netherlands. Yeah.
No.
Oh, okay. Mr. Michael will explain later. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Please keep silent. Please turn off your microphone. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, good. Thank you. And listen carefully, yeah.
I can see it.
Oh, you can see it? Okay. His name is Michael Jordan, and then he was born on August 12, 1981 in Willemstad, Curaçao, and he's married and he's Dutch, yeah. Okay. Afterwards, I will tell about his work experiences. He has many work experiences. You know work experiences?
Yes.
Pengalaman kerja, okay ya? In 1996 until 2000, he worked at Primark. Okay, maybe in Indonesia it is like supermarket, yeah. Maybe later you can ask everything to Mr. Michael. And then in 2000 until 2001, he worked at BP, British Petroleum, and in 2001 until 2015, he worked at Demerol, but during the time in 2005 until 2010, he also taught English for conversation. Next, Miss Cynthia, slide. And then in 2015, from January until June, he worked at Landis Group, and in 2016 until 2017, he worked as English teacher, but until present, he teaches at SD Mutiara Persada International School for grades 1, 2, and 3. But the first 6 months during the pandemic, he also teaches grade 4, 5, and 6. And in 2018 until 2020, he also teach as freelance English teacher at Direct English and Crow Robotics, and in 2016 until present, he has been teaching as private English teacher. Yeah, so Mr. Mike has many experiences in teaching English. Okay. Now, without waiting any further, let's listen to what Mr. Michael will deliver to you all. Are you ready?
Ready.
Are you ready? Okay, please listen carefully. Yeah, because Mr. Michael will give something important for you to learn English. Okay, Mr. Michael, time is yours.
Okay. Thank you, Miss Farida. Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Hello.
Okay.
Hello, Mr. Michael.
Okay.
How are you, Mr. Michael?
I am fine, thank you. How is everybody doing? Okay, very good to hear. Everybody's doing well. So I will be your guest speaker today. So my name is Mr. Michael, or people in Indonesia, everybody actually calls me Mr. Mike. So you can call me Mr. Mike if you want to.
Okay, Mr. Mike.
Okay, so for today, I hope everybody will join in and we can have some conversation together. So if I go too fast, please let me know. Saya juga bisa berbicara bahasa Indonesia, tapi kurang bagus. So sometimes I will also speak in bahasa. Yes, I am a bule, but saya sudah campuran. Saya campuran. What that means that no,
Bahasa Indonesia.
my mother, I am mixed blood. My mother was born in Semarang.
Wow.
So I have many family here in Indonesia as well. So my mother was born in Semarang and my father was born in the Netherlands, Belanda. So that is, I look after my father. So that is why I look like a bule. So welcome today. So what? English. Why English? Why is English important?
English is important language. International language. English is international.
I do not know. International language.
Yes, very good, very good. It is an international language. So that is why it can be very important. Some of you might not know why English is important for you right now. So let's talk a little bit about that. So let's take a look. Hopefully I can share my screen. I have made a small PowerPoint presentation, which will help me explain it a little bit better. Are you ready?
I want to be ready.
Okay. Okay, so why English? Okay, so why English? Very important. Like I said, it is an international language. So many people all over the world speak English. So maybe you ask yourself, so why do I in Indonesia need to learn English? So there are several reasons. So it can be for fun and it can also be for school. So let's take a look for fun. Okay, so what is this? Does anybody know?
A game.
It's a game. Okay, so
Fire.
okay, so who? Okay, so
Fire.
okay, so this is a picture of a game. So who of you likes to play games?
Me. I do not.
Okay, so
I do. I do not like.
Okay, so maybe some of you love to play games, like a mobile game or on your computer.
I play my phone.
Okay, very good. So
What I am playing.
so maybe
Nintendo.
okay, so maybe when you play games, do you play the game in Bahasa Indonesia or do you play the game in English?
English.
So
English is more playing game in English.
Also Among Us, isn't it?
okay, so very good. So why is the game in English? Why is not all games in Bahasa Indonesia?
Because English is international language.
It is an international language, so many people all over the world speak English, even if they cannot speak it very well. You can learn English by playing games. It can help you learn the language. So if you like playing games, and because most of these games are in English, it can help you study the language. Okay, so who of you plays a game like, for example, Minecraft?
I'm playing Minecraft.
I play
Minecraft.
Very good.
I'm a pro player of Minecraft.
Okay, so
Me too. Player in Minecraft.
okay, so
Minecraft.
very good. It's good to hear that so many of you play these games. So in many games, you can have friends, right? You can play with friends.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
I can play with my friends.
Yes.
Very good. So
With my friend.
very good. So in these games, you can also talk to your friends, right?
Yes, but we have to chat.
Yes. Right.
Yes.
Chat.
The chat, so you can use.
In server, you don't know who.
But if you go like online, like really online, you can chat to other people like you don't
Could be
need.
from the.
Quiet now.
I know
Okay.
where you mean.
Okay, everybody, stay together. I will give you more time to talk. That would be great. So if you play a game, usually there is like a chat group, and you can chat with sometimes just with your friends, and sometimes with all the people who are playing that game. Usually, the language used in those chats are in English, because many people can play the game all over the world, and they can speak English a little bit. So that is a great way to learn a little bit more about English. So if you are playing the game, you also learn a little bit of English. So that is why gaming can help you improve your English. Okay, next one. So you can also use it. You can also use it for playing games. This is also for the PC, yes, but you can also use games to help you improve your English. Like, for example, there are many games that can help you if you have difficulties with the alphabet, if you want to learn about colors, about any subject. There are many games out there, and usually these games use English so they can help you improve your skills and your vocabulary. Does everybody know what vocabulary means?
Kosakata.
Okay, very good. Okay, so these are some things you can do at home, maybe at school, if there are any games that that you can play at school. Okay, so that one is gaming. Okay, so another thing maybe for in the future is one of them is traveling. So who likes to travel? Who likes to go somewhere?
Me.
I do.
Okay.
I do like traveling.
Okay, so when you travel, you meet many different people. So if you go, for example, if you go to a different country, you meet many different people from all over the world. For example, if you go to Bali, you can meet many people from all over the world. And some of them might not speak Bahasa Indonesia. So how do you speak with people if they don't speak your language?
English.
Okay, so
English.
English is a very good language to use because, like I said before, many people speak it. So if they speak it, it is a good way to get to know each other and to learn more about other people you meet during your travels. Okay, so another one is studying. So maybe in the future, you want to have a job. And for that job, you need to be able to speak a little bit of English. So that is why you need to learn it right now to help you get a better job. Or maybe you want to go to a different country to study. So who maybe wants to go to a different country to study?
Me.
Okay. So okay, so I'm asking Abdullah Dua Maka. So where would you like to study? Which country? Where? Where? I couldn't hear you. Sorry. Okay. So I have. Okay. I hope I pronounced your name correctly. For Muslim Gafa.
Yes.
Okay. So which country would you like to study?
US.
The USA. Okay. So if you want to study in the United States, then you
I want to study at USA too.
Okay, so the USA. So if you want to study in the United States, you need to be able to speak English because people in the United States, most of them only speak one.
America.
Okay, America, that is the United States. Very good. So they only speak English. Okay, thank you. Gafa, is that correct?
Correct.
Okay, very good. Thank you all. So if you want to study abroad in a different country, many times you need to be able to speak English quite well. So that is why it is important now that you start learning a little bit. I have a question from Rainaya. Did I pronounce it correctly? Rainaja.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have a question?
Yes. I want to go in South Korea.
South Korea. Okay.
Yeah. Korea can talk English and yeah.
It's even if you go to a country where they don't speak English as their native language, as their first language, it is still very useful because most of them will speak English. So that is if you want to study in South Korea, it is very important that you learn your English. Okay, very good. So that is
French.
sorry,
French.
French.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. So I'm Dutch, which is quite close to. I'm from the Netherlands. That is quite close to France and England. What I know about France, because I went there on holiday a lot of times when I was a child. Most of them can speak English, but a lot of them don't like to speak English. So if you want to go to France, I advise to also try to speak a little bit of French. So, but if you learn English and you already speak Bahasa, maybe you already speak another language, maybe you speak Japanese. The more languages you know, the easier it becomes to learn another language. So that is another reason why, because you already speak Bahasa, maybe you already speak Japanese, or maybe from one of the other islands, it becomes more easier to learn a different language. Okay, so if you want to go and study in France, English is very important, but then I also think you should learn a little bit of French. Okay, let's go to the next one. Okay, so I think I know a lot of you will also use social media, right?
Yes.
Okay, so these are
Yeah. What?
the most famous ones. So you have Facebook. Is some?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So,
I don't really have Facebook. Yes.
Yes.
I have all of this.
okay.
I don't
So,
have TikTok.
I don't have TikTok.
Yeah,
okay.
my mom
have
teacher said it's really bad.
Okay, so I'm not saying you should use this, but if you already have this, many social media can show you pictures or videos, and many of them are in English as well. So that is why I used it, because I know many of you like to be on social media. So that is why I included this. And if you enjoy participate on social media, you can also learn a little bit. So that is why I think it can be helpful to, if you are using these, it can improve your English. It can improve your vocabulary, your skills, but also your confidence. And that is one of the reasons why we have this seminar, so that you are confident enough, berani, to speak in English, because that is the most important. Okay, so now I want to go to a few tips and tricks. So, what is important? Okay, so I put it in brackets. I have reading, listening, and speaking and writing. So we go over it a little bit. Okay, so for example, if you find reading very difficult, so who finds reading very difficult? Is there someone here? Nobody?
No.
Anybody likes reading? Mr. Michael asks you.
Oh, maybe.
I like reading. Maybe. I like reading.
Okay, very good. So if you okay, so if you like reading,
Also, please.
okay,
Don't write it on the screen. Soliha.
okay. So if you like reading, but maybe you find it very difficult, so what you can start with is stories with pictures. Maybe you like to read cartoons or simple stories. So even if you don't know all the words, you can still see what it is about. So if you have difficulties with reading, it is very easy to start with stories with pictures. Also very important, read about things that you like. Why is that important? Because if you find something interesting, if you like something, you want to know more about it. And you can keep your focus. Sorry?
Do you understand what Mr. Mike says?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, I understand.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so it is important to read about things you like, because the more you like something, the easier it becomes to read it.
You're reading.
Yes, we are at reading right now. So read about things that you like. Okay, so the other one is listening. So how can you improve or practice listening? So first of all, you have your teacher. How he or she pronounces words, how she uses the English language.
Teacher. TV.
Yes.
YouTube, cartoon.
Teacher.
Okay, so that is one. That's a
All of
teacher.
them.
Yes. So why is it important to listen to people who speak English? So you know the pronunciation. Does everybody know what it means? Pronunciation?
Yes.
Yes? Okay, so I will
Yes.
explain a little bit. The pronunciation is how you pronounce the word. How do you say the word? So how do you say the word teacher? So you can teacher, or teacher. So that is why it is important. So you can learn this from listening to your teacher. You can do it by watching TV, watching YouTube. Maybe you like to watch cartoons. So these are all in English. So that is why listening can be very important. Okay, so then we go to the last one, and that is speaking and writing. Okay, so the problem with speaking and writing is you need to practice. Because every time you want to learn something new, you have to practice it. For example, who can ride their bicycle?
Me.
Okay, so very good. So the first time you were on a bicycle, could you ride the bike already?
Already.
Already?
No. Already.
Okay. So who of you can swim?
Already.
Okay, very good. So if you can already ride a bicycle, very good. But the first time you were on a bicycle, did you know what you had to do?
Yeah.
Yes?
No.
No.
So that is why you need to practice. So every time you practice, you get better. The same if with a language, and especially speaking, you can only get better if you speak. So that is why you need to practice. So if you find it difficult, start simple. Always start simple. The same goes for writing. Writing, you need to practice. Because if you, for example, reading can help you also with your writing, because you can see how to write certain words or certain sentences. So everything together, reading, listening, speaking, and writing, that all makes your knowledge of the English language. Okay, so now a tip: if you have problem with English tests, or any other subject for that matter. So if you have a test, and for example, the first exercise is very difficult, skip that one. First do all the exercises that you know. Why? Otherwise you might be you don't have enough time to complete all the exercises. So that is why it is very important to first do all the exercises that you know first. So your score will be better, because otherwise you get stuck and your confidence will go down. So it is important to keep confident. Okay, so that is a little bit of tips and tricks. So it is important to keep it simple. Always keep it simple. And the more knowledge you have, the more you know, the more confident you are, the more vocabulary you have for English, the more you know about grammar. You can improve your skills, and your conversations and everything can be much better. So that is why at first keep it simple, and the more confidence you have, the more difficult words you can use. Okay? And the most important thing is be confident. So don't be afraid to make mistakes. So can anybody explain to me why that is important? Maybe. Do you know?
Why? You
Jangan
understand what?
jangan takut salah. Kenapa? Ada yang tahu?
We should try first.
Yes, very good. You should try first. Very, very good. So let me tell you.
Try first.
Yes, very good. So let me tell you a little story about when I first started learning Bahasa Indonesia. So when I was learning Bahasa Indonesia, I had two words, dua kata, I mixed. The first one is bungkus, and the second one is tikus. So I always made the same mistake. I couldn't remember why. So at that time I was in Indonesia. I was on holiday in Bali, and I was getting hungry. So on the beach in Bali, they used to sell nasi bungkus. So I was there with friends, and I wanted to order some food. So I went to the person who sold it, and I asked for, saya minta satu nasi tikus. So all my friends laughed at me, and after that, I never made the mistake again. So even if you make mistakes, the bigger the mistake, the better you will remember. If you're always right, you don't learn. So that is why it is important to not be afraid to make mistakes. That is the most important thing. Okay, so this is the first part. So
Kalian,
maybe.
Do you understand, kids?
Yes.
Of what Mr. Michael says?
Yes, I understand.
Okay.
Okay, if you don't understand, I will try to explain ya.
Understand.
Tadi kata Mr. Michael, kalau misalnya kalian mau belajar itu, kalian kan untuk belajar itu banyak ya medianya. Ya, jadi tidak hanya dari buku tapi bisa dari games ya. Walaupun main game tidak boleh berlebihan ya. Jadi boleh dari main game, karena main game di situ kata-katanya dari kata-kata bahasa Inggrisnya bisa kita ambil untuk pelajaran seperti itu. Kemudian lagi tadi ada travel ya, traveling and study abroad. Tadi Mr. Michael bilang kalau misalnya kenapa bahasa Inggris itu penting, karena kalau misalnya kita mau jalan-jalan ke luar negeri atau misalnya mau belajar di luar negeri, nah itu kan kita harus bisa berbahasa Inggris seperti itu ya. Walaupun mungkin itu bukan negara yang berbahasa Inggris, seperti tadi ada Raina aja ya mau ke Korea Selatan katanya ya, sama mungkin di sana juga orang akan belajar atau akan berbicara dengan bahasa internasional. Kemudian satu lagi dengan sosial media ya, walaupun Mr. Michael nggak suggest you, nggak menyarankan kalian, tidak menyarankan kalian untuk menggunakan semua aplikasi sosial media. Kalian boleh memilihnya, namun dari aplikasi tersebut kalian harus bisa menggunakan sosial media tersebut sebaik-baiknya. Dan jika ada chat misalnya dengan teman dari luar negeri gitu kan, itu tentu saja harus dengan berbahasa Inggris gitu ya. Kemudian tadi ada tips and tricksnya, bagaimana katanya? Ada yang sudah bisa memahami? Kalau misalnya belum, tadi ada dengan cara apa tips and tricksnya untuk bisa untuk belajar bahasa Inggris. Di situ ada membaca, ada mendengar, ada bicara dan menulis. Nah, dengan membaca, kita dengan membaca buku-buku yang referensi bahasa Inggris. Misal kalian suka nih tentang cars ya, pasti kalian ada tuh beberapa, atau anak laki-laki biasanya suka cars. Mungkin kalian bisa mencari buku referensi yang berbahasa Inggris. Jadi kalian bisa sambil belajar ya untuk build your dictionary atau improve your skills, bisa menambah wawasan kosakata bahasa Inggrisnya seperti itu. Kemudian lagi mendengar ya. Tadi harus mendengarkan guru katanya kan, mendengarkan guru supaya bisa mengikuti cara membacanya dengan baik dan benar seperti kata teacher tadi. Kemudian lagi setelah itu juga kalian bisa berbicara dan menulis. Jadi itu berkesinambungan ya. Ketika kalian berbicara, kalian juga harus bisa menuliskannya. Gitu. Jadi dan membuat semuanya lebih mudah. Kalian bisa belajar sesuatu yang mudah ya, dari yang termudah dulu untuk mengatakan sesuatu itu tersebut ya. Buatlah kalimat-kalimat yang singkat seperti itu. Terus jangan takut untuk berbuat, jangan takut membuat kesalahan. Seperti tadi Mr. Mike juga kan ketika belajar bahasa Indonesia, ketika dia mau minta nasi bungkus, Mr. Michael bilangnya minta nasi tikus. Nah sama, jadi jangan pernah takut ketika kalian mengucapkan bahasa Inggris terus ada kesalahan. Justru dengan kesalahan tersebut kalian sedang belajar. Begitu, so you have to try. Jadi harus belajar, gitu ya, masya Allah. Okay, next, Mr. Michael.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so so I would like to ask a few of you later for a simple conversation, and I also have some pictures. Maybe some of you can tell me what you see. And I also want to read a small conversation. So this is more for the listening exercise. So maybe you you can pick up some new words for your vocabulary. Okay, so let's first start with.
Today is raining.
It is raining?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, I know.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, so it is.
I not rain.
Okay, so where I live, it is also not raining here. Not yet, at least. So hopefully it will stay dry. So I have a conversation between two people, and they are at the fun fair. Does everybody know what a fun fair is?
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so what is it?
Maybe yes.
Okay, so what is a fun fair?
There's a carousel.
Yes, there is a carousel. Maybe something else.
Taman hiburan.
Hiburan. Okay, that is correct.
Alun-alun. Alun-alun.
Alun-alun is
Swimming.
no, it's
Swimming pool.
okay. So some of them have indeed a pool. Some indeed have attractions. What was that? Ahmad Fakhri?
Vampire.
Vampire?
Roller coaster.
Oh, roller coaster. Yes. Okay, so I don't know. Okay, so let me
Run.
let me read it out loud for you, and maybe we can talk about it. Okay, so this is a simple conversation between two people, A and B.
Listen carefully to Mr. Michael.
Okay, so it's called At the Fun Fair. A, here we are. Wow, I want to go on a roller coaster. So do I. Come, let's go. Okay, after that, can we play a game? No, let's go on the bumper cars. That's fun. Yes, it is. And can we go to the Hall of Mirrors? Okay, the mirrors make you look funny. Okay, so this was a very short conversation between two people at the fun fair. Okay, so does everybody know all the words?
Yes.
Yes. Mister.
Okay, so maybe one of you can explain what is a roller coaster.
Very school.
Roller coaster. Do you know roller coaster?
Itu kendaraan yang kayak kereta gitu, tapi itu kayak naik ke atas gitu.
Benar. That is very good. Yes. So you are usually in a car and you can go over your head, and you go left and right. Usually very, very fast. So who likes to go on a roller coaster?
Me. I think I will puke.
Me.
Okay, very, very, very good.
That makes
I'm having right up.
Okay, so after the roller coasters.
Aduh kayak gini.
Okay, so after the roller coasters, they go to the bumper cars. Does everybody know the bumper cars, what they are? So if you know, please raise your hand.
There's like a car that
Okay. So
to other cars, it doesn't broke.
yes, very good. So Yanti, Umu, Ayumi, do you have a question or you want to say something?
I know what is a roller coaster.
Okay, can you explain it?
It's just like a train, but it's just fast.
Okay.
Like in
Okay, so it is like a train. You are in a cart and it goes really, really fast. And sometimes you can also flip you over. So you are on your head. So some people really, really like it, and some people don't really like it. So that is the roller coaster. Then they go to bumper cars. And bumper cars is indeed, you drive a car and you bump into each other. So I think some of you will like that also. And then the last one is Hall of Mirrors. Does everybody know that?
Yes.
Okay, so what is a Hall of Mirrors?
It's a mirror that makes funny looking.
Yes, so it can make you look tall and skinny, or it make you look very big, fat, and small.
That's funny.
It can be very funny. Okay, so this was maybe a conversation that you all know. Okay, so I want to go to a few questions. Or maybe you have any questions first? Are there any questions from you?
No.
Okay, come on. Ask Mr. Michael everything if you want.
You can ask me anything.
Sarah, do you want to ask something, Sarah? Azra?
I guess.
Azra?
I see a question from Amar. Amar, you have a question?
Yes.
Okay, what is your question?
Where do you live, Mr.?
Sorry,
Where do you live, Mr. Michael?
where do I live? I live in Yogyakarta. I live at Ring Road Utara. So I live on the ring road. Near Al Azhar. Maybe you know Al Azhar?
Yes.
So I live very near Al Azhar. Okay, thank you for your question.
Before school in Al Azhar.
Okay.
And my
Okay, so thank you, Amma.
Anyone wants to ask again? Raise your hand first.
raise hand.
Raise hand. Aslam. Aslam first. You want to ask something to Mr. Michael?
What is your favorite food?
My favorite food? Good question. Indonesian food or any kind of food? Any kind of food. Okay, so I really love meat. So I think it would be steak. If I have to choose Indonesian food,
What's your favorite Indonesian food?
I think it would be sate kambing, goat.
Sate kambing.
Oh,
I really, yes, I really like goat, so it would be would be sate kambing.
Oh,
That's nice.
Mister, what is your favorite animal?
My favorite animal, that would be lion. I really like lions.
What's your favorite sport?
My
I
favorite,
like lion.
okay, very good. No. But
This is my baby lion.
you have a favorite. Okay, so
Sir, this is what's your favorite sport?
my favorite sport, I really love football.
Football, yeah. My brother is named Chakra of football.
Okay. So I think my favorite sport would be football, but I also like badminton. And when I was
badminton.
when I was younger, I also participated in taekwondo. So
okay.
What's your favorite color?
my favorite color, I think that would be red.
Same.
Mr.
Michael,
Yes.
are you a teacher?
Yes, I am a teacher. Yes.
Are you have
Azra, do you want to ask something, Azra?
Mr. Michael? Mr. Michael,
Yes.
what's your hobby?
My hobbies. Okay, so I like to watch TV, watch movies. I like to read, and I like to play with my daughter.
What's your favorite
Is that a hobby or something you do every day?
Okay, so okay, one by one, children, one by one. So,
What's your favorite movie?
my favorite movie. I don't think you know this movie. It is a very old movie. It is called Shawshank Redemption.
Mr. Michael.
Can you not the redemption or not? Can you say it again? Mr. Michael.
One by one.
Okay, one by one, everybody. What?
Is your patient?
Abdullah Sumaka. Abdullah first.
Sir, I want to Azra dulu.
Okay, so everybody one by one. So the movie was Shawshank Redemption.
I think it's not that redemption.
Shawshank Redemption. It's a very old movie. Okay.
Mr. Michael,
Yes.
what do you like teaching?
What do I like from teaching? Okay, so I like. Why do I like teaching? Okay, so it's a very, okay. One by one, everybody. I'm going to answer. I'm going to answer this question first. So why do I like teaching? I like to help people to get better with something. For example, if you want to learn English, I like to be able to help you get better in English. So that is why I like to teach.
Mr. Michael, are you have
Children.
how many languages you can speak?
Okay. One by one. Okay, so I heard. How many languages do I speak? Okay, I speak English. I speak a little bit of Bahasa. I speak Dutch. I speak a little bit of German, and a very little bit of French.
Wow.
Sir, besides that, what do they speak in Netherlands?
Dutch apa itu?
Okay, we speak Dutch in the Netherlands.
Mr. Michael.
And before many words from Dutch you also know, like for example, oom, tante, handdoek, spandoek, asbak. Those are all words from Dutch that you also probably all know. Okay, next question.
Sir Mike,
Yes.
because the time is almost over, I think
Yeah.
Q&A session will be closed, yeah?
Okay, okay.
I'm sorry, kids. Maybe you can ask Mr. Michael later, yeah? I hope we can meet again with Mr. Michael, yeah? Okay. Yes, Mr. Michael, maybe because the time is over, maybe you can say something to close this occasion.
Okay, so
students, yeah.
Okay, so first of all, thank you all for having me. It was very nice to see everybody and to be able to speak with you. I would like to thank the school. Thank you very much for inviting me. I had a lot of fun. Hopefully, we can see each other again in the future. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, Mrs. Michael, and thank you very much for the students who has joined this occasion. And I hope we can meet again in another session. And before we close the session, we ask Mr. Topic to close the event. Okay, Mr. Topic, time is yours. I return to you.
Okay. Okay, mashallah. Thank you so much, Mr. Michael, for sharing. After this, of course, we won't be afraid to speak English anymore, right? Right, yeah?
Hopefully.
Okay, and Ms. Farida, thank you so much for leading the webinar. And of course, we would like to say thank you very much, Solih and Solihah kids, for the participation of this webinar. Let's close this session with this prayer. In the next webinar, inshallah. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Assalamualaikum Ustaz.
Assalamualaikum Ustaz, thank you. Assalamualaikum Ustaz.
Recording stopped.
Button, do I press?